James, was enormously popular in Australia. He had 21 fights down under for 21 wins and, during those bouts, returned home to lose a controversial 15-round title fight against world champ Ike Williams. After his final tour of Australia, Freddie Dawson went back to the south side of Chicago, blew most of his money and went blind. By the late 40s, Australia's population was just over 7.5 million and swelling with the intake of thousands of migrants from Britain and Europe. From Wales came the great lightweight Ronnie James for a bout with Tommy Burns. James set up camp by the beach at Coogee. With the Sydney trainer Snowy Robbins in his corner, the Welshman was a formidable opponent for Burns. Ronnie James had fought for the world title only 4 months earlier, and against Burns, quickly showed his class.
Look at that left. James is fast, all right. This is boxing at its best.
Unfortunately for the fans, the fight ended early when Burns unintentionally hit James when he was down. Referee Wallace declared James the winner on a foul. Burns couldn't hide his disappointment. After that loss, Tommy took out his frustrations against Hockey Bennell.
Bennell weaves from side to side, but Burns whacks him to the ropes, and Bennell's on the receiving end of some very heavy punches. Wow, look at that straight left. Even this early, it's becoming apparent that youth will be served. Bennell, though noted for his boxing skill, can do nothing to repel the onslaught. Bennell already looks a beaten man. As the bell goes, Bennell follows Burns instead of going to his own corner. Seems to me that's the best place to be, behind Burns. The fourth round is hardly started when referee Wallace crowns Burns welter champion of Australia.
Just 1 month later, Burns would fight the bout they still call the greatest ever held at Sydney Stadium. It was March the 3rd, 1947, and his opponent, the American shock puncher, ONeal Bell. Tommy Burns was a massive draw card, and 14,000 people ensured both he and Stadiums Limited had another big payday. Very few fights have provided the sustained action that Burns Bell dished up. It was a ripper.
Now the Queenslander takes the lead, and it's the beginning of the end. Saves Bell. It's a question of when. Burns the winner on a technical knockout, and experts say no welterweight could have beaten him on the night.
It was a fight that I would like to live through again. Good grief, my face was in such a mess, it was shaped like a soccer ball, and both eyebrows were busted open. And the worst thing about it was that Albie, my trainer, couldn't drive a car, and I was living at Narrabeen with my friend Harry McGrath. So I'm driving, and every time I wanted to see anything, like, you know, to see more clearly, I have to open this, and don't forget there's stitches, and these eyebrows are all stitched up. And very sore, I couldn't hardly touch my face. And finally I got back to Narrabeen.
His good looks and free-swinging style made Tommy the greatest crowd magnet the Sydney Stadium ever had. In 21 fights at the Old Barn, Burns sold the joint out 15 times. He looked great in belting Eddie Marcus. When Tommy's face was pretty again, he took time off from the ring and appeared in a movie, the Charles Chevelle epic Sons of Matthew. The girls swooned when Tommy got his gear off. And Chevelle just couldn't resist letting him sort out the bad guys.
Well, peace-loving family, they are, Reddens. Peace-loving, eh?
Tommy dreamed of acting in Hollywood and went there in 1949 on a trip sponsored by newspaper magnate Ezra Norton, and even got to meet the original Tommy Burns. But when he came home, he was broke. By now, Australia had a car of its own.